Today I'm going to talk about my favorite game mechanism in Newton, a game that I just played last night for the first time. It's a new game from Cool Mini or Not, and I don't own the game, but I do own this photo of the game, our game last night. I was playing red as usual. And there's a lot going on in Newton, even though it isn't particularly complex to start playing, but to master it, I know it'll take multiple plays. I may never master this game. It has a lot going on, and basically it's a game of tracks, of different types of tracks. There's one track that's fairly linear. You're just gaining more and more money on it and gaining some special bonuses along the way. There's a tech tree-like track where you're going off in different branches, moving towards different endgame goals and collecting things on the way. And then there's a map, and you can't really see it on here, but, well, you can kind of see it. There's a map, so a map is essentially a track that's going in different directions, and unlike a tech tree, you can come back in on different directions. You're not always going up and up and up. And then there's your main player map where you're kind of filling in a track here, different tracks to gain residual victory points. So I thought about talking about one of these tracks, but really I just like that there are a lot of different tracks to choose from. But I realized that I think my favorite thing about the game is the action selection mechanism. It's very simple. It really helps players just start taking turns as they learn to understand them. And throughout the game, as you get better and better, as you know more about the game, this action selection mechanism helps you get more powerful and feel more powerful and specialize, while giving you still some flexibility. So the basic system here, you can see it on my player mat here, fairly advanced in the game. Yeah, this is almost near the end of the game. On your turn, you're taking a card from your hand and you are playing it right here. So this is a card right there. It has a green book on the top of the card, and then it has the action that you're taking at the bottom of the card. What this means is the thing at the top of the card is just a bonus. And the bonus is either an instant bonus or it's cumulative. So like late in the round, I think at the end of my last round, I played a card where at the top of the card it said, for every green book you have in this row, you gain a victory point. And there's lots of different interactions with those icons. The action part is the main thing I want to focus on, because the action just says, okay, you're going to take this action. You're not paying for it, you're just doing it. Sometimes there is a coin cost or some other cost to it, but usually you're just doing it. You're just advancing along the track. And the number of times you advance along that track is equal to the number of that icon that you can see anywhere on your mat. And so there are a few different places that you can see it. There are, like, so in this round, as I placed this card, what do I have there? I had the navigation icon, the one that's moving me around the map. So when I played it, I could move along the map equal to the number of navigation icons showing. And there are two of them. I know it's hard to see that, but there are two of them. So it means that on the map, instead of just moving one space, I get to move two spaces if I want. Also, and so that's looking at all the cards that I've played that round so far. Also, there are these little tokens that you can get, these tiles that you can earn, usually by moving along the tech tree. So by moving along the tech tree, you can improve yourself permanently in terms of one type of technology. So you're adding that permanently to your mat. And also at the end of every round, you're taking one of these cards that you played and you're tucking it under your board, which means that you're permanently getting better at a specific action, even though you no longer have that action card to play on your mat. So there's a tough decision there. I don't know if I love that. It's very clever, but I have loss aversion in the game. I don't want to give up something that I might need in the future. But other than that, I really, really like this action selection mechanism, because throughout each round, you're getting better and better at certain things. Like early in the round, I might play this card, which lets me buy more cards, lets me get more cards. And the next time I do it, it's not that I buy two cards, but I have better access to better cards. And so some of them are like that. You just have better access to something, and others are you can move further along that track. So it has this feeling of progression within each round, and it has that same feeling of progression throughout the entire game, because you're upgrading different elements of your track through these tiles and the cards that you must tuck. So the game is kind of forcing you to have that feeling of progression, but I think that's good, especially in an engine building game like this. So that is my favorite mechanism in Newton, that action selection mechanism. Reminds me maybe a little bit of Mombasa, but this, I think, has a more satisfying feel of progression, of getting better and better throughout each round and throughout the game. If it reminds you of any other action selections that give you that feeling of progression right now and at the end throughout the game, I'd love to hear about that in the comments. And if you have a different favorite mechanism in Newton that you want to point out, I'd love to hear about that as well. That's it. I'll see you on Sunday for the Sunday sit-down video. If you want, you can like and subscribe this video. We're getting close to 12,000 subscribers, which is incredible. Thank you so much for subscribing to this channel. I really appreciate it. And I look forward to hearing your thoughts in the comments. Take care.